Hey there, racing fans. Are you ready for a show that happens? Not me. Just kidding. Have a show where we talk about farting out Dragonshouts, Lightning fulfilling the prophecy of the title of her game, and how Metal Gear Solid 3 is possibly one of the best games of all time, simply because I said it is and I am right and fuck you. After all that, we once again play the final games released for consoles. These games were the death knell for a dying system, and as you'll see, it was really just putting those systems out of their misery. Play as a rat, an Apple Core, the video game for the Gamecube. You'll be shocked at how many shit monsters you fight in a space ass, and 3DO's last game, Creature Shock, Shock Creature, whatever. And Dylan plays Lucky Luke, and it's actually pretty decent, so I don't have any jokes about it. All this in a sexy twist ending in Cartridge Blowers Episode 39, The Eyeball Opened to More Butthole. The sexy twist ending is actually when the eyeball opens to more butthole, so I guess, spoiler alert, whatever, suck it.
YNIN Podcasting, part of the EDOC NameLock Interactive Network. Hello everybody, and welcome to YNIN's Cartridge Blowers, the show where we give video games a second chance to make a first impression. I'm Cody Coleman, and with me as always is Dylan Frisbee.
Hey, hi!
Oh, and also Matt Crua.
No.
You refuse.
No.
Well, that's too bad. Nikki Wright.
In protest of what's going on in the world today, I'm not showing my face on the show anymore. I hereby protest Cartridge Blowers.
You've already failed.
What?
You're on. Let's see.
Fuck, so stupid.
Failure.
So
Failure
stupid.
written
So
all over your face. Sorry.
Really?
Yeah.
Like
in Sharpie.
Is it next?
It's
like,
it's next to the drawing of penis and balls.
Yeah, is it over the dick?
Yeah, it's over the dick.
Or,
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But as you can see, Nikki Wright is not here. She died a horrible pixelated death, but maybe she'll revive in 2 weeks.
She got hit with that laser sword in The Legend of Zelda that makes you explode into pixels.
Yeah, that one.
Like in the cartoon.
Yeah,
do you remember that?
I do. Yeah.
Like in the cartoon, he would shoot the laser sword at people and they would just explode into video game pixels, which made no sense.
Well, excuse me, pixel.
Like, I wanted them to explode into, blood and guts.
An explosion of blood, guts, and pixelated death.
Yeah, I guess maybe that's what I wanted from the Super Mario Bros. Super Show Legend of Zelda Power Hour. But that's just me.
I think that's a completely reasonable request.
Thank you.
Yeah. So, as always, you can subscribe to our show on iTunes or various other places. But the most important place, you're probably watching on it right now, is YouTube, which is where you can click below and skip to any other segment that you want to without having to listen to us talk to get there.
Like the end.
Yeah, like the end, a special timestamp.
I was too genuine about that.
You could skip ahead to us playing video games, which this week's theme will be, for the third time now, the final games released for consoles.
Probably the final time, I'm assuming.
Yeah, I think we may
Time to retire this one.
We may have reached the end of this one's lifespan. Probably.
It was hard to pick a game, honestly.
Yeah, though I now that I have a better system, now that the whole quality of the show has improved and my ability to record things are better, we have a system that has never been before featured on the show.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah.
Excited to see them sweet 1996 graphics.
Yeah, that were supposed to be super great at the time. So, who knows. But before we get there, have you guys been playing anything? Dylan, Matt?
Yeah, I don't know if I said this last episode. I've been playing Lightning Returns.
Yeah, how's that going?
Did I talk about that last time?
A little bit. You had just started playing.
Oh, okay. So yeah, I beat it.
Cool.
I think So if I already told you, then I told you the time management stuff was a big pain in the dick. That gets better.
Good.
when you put it on easy mode. So,
Oh, right on.
yeah. So,
Everything gets better in easy mode.
yeah. As you progress through the game, of course, you get more stats and higher level stuff and more options. And when you beat the game, you get the option to do a new game plus, so you get to keep all your stuff. Well,
Okay.
that makes it very easy to go back into harder difficulty when you already established all these stats and more like time management abilities. So, yeah, it's a good game. I thought the ending was a good. It was very content. That's the word I give the
Right
ending.
on.
Okay. So you were satisfied.
It doesn't leave off on a cliffhanger like FF10 or FF13 too.
Yeah.
No, this was the final 13 game.
Right on.
They ended the trilogy, and yeah, I mean it was a good ending. I
mean-
I could go for it.
Lightning returned, right? That's all I'm asking for.
Yeah.
She returned. Yeah.
She returned? Okay, well then, $60 well spent.
Yeah. That they delivered on the promise.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Game delivers, lightning returned.
That was good. I mean, 13 gets a lot of flap from people. Flack. I don't know. And I just feel like, I was on that side of the fence for a long time. I hated it, and I feel like people didn't really. It's one of those games you just can't turn on and start playing and go through. It's very linear for like the first one, and the game changes. It seems like
there's
they
pros
listen.
and cons about
Yeah.
both games, and I mean,
Yeah.
and I wouldn't put either of them like as my favorite Final Fantasy game or anything.
No,
But I mean, they're both good in their own way and bad in their own way.
exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, as far as the story goes, we're like, I don't know what's going on. It's a story that you really got to apply yourself to and immerse yourself in to fully get, because it may not seem like it, but it is a pretty deep storyline. There's a lot of lore to the storyline that you gotta
Wasn't
know
there
about.
like an encyclopedia in the first game? Like you could check and see the definition of like words they teach you in the world.
Yeah, and it's the data logs. You have to read those. Do a wiki search. You have to, and that's pretty. I think that's like good and bad. Like they made this universe that is so big and vast that they just can't fit it all in the storyline of the game, but it's all there, and you have to know all the understand the storyline. So it's
Yeah.
like, okay, that's cool, but it's off-putting for a lot of people.
Yeah, it'd be nice if I didn't have to go to ff13.wikia.org.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, but that's
On the whole,
it's good.
good game though, right?
It's a good game. I love the
Good
story. I feel like the story is awesome.
Right on.
It's going to be one of those lost gems, for sure.
Right on.
Cool. Excellent. Have you been playing anything else, Dylan? No?
Yes, I have an iOS game called. Let me pull it up real quick. I forget the name. Stunt Biker 2.
Stunt Biker 2.
How generic. Okay, what do you do in Stunt Biker 2?
Okay, so it's just an obstacle course. You're a little stickman biker. You have on the screen, you have accelerate and brake, and you tilt it your phone for leaning forward and back, and it's a fun game. I think it's well done, easy to control and handle.
A good thing just to sort of pick up and do.
Yeah.
It's very, very, very casual, I'm assuming.
No, it sucks. It's hard. So.
All right.
Right on.
In that same vein, I picked up Marvel Puzzle Quest again, and
Sorry.
then I beat the like the very short single player thing, and now they just want me to play with other people, and I'm not into that. So
No, because the PvP requires you pay money
yeah, well,
to be viable at all.
Yeah.
So
I guess I'm done with that now.
right on.
Congratulations. In other news, you and I have been playing the same game, Matt.
Well, I played a lot of games this week, but
Okay, well, why don't you tell me about the other ones, and then we'll get into what we both have been playing.
sure. I played episode 2 of Walking Dead season 2.
Okay. Is it just as
which-
good as the first one now? Or
Well, the first episode of season 2 wasn't as good, I thought.
as the first Walking Dead season?
Yeah, but the second episode kind of really brings it back. It gets pretty tense.
That's cool.
Yeah, a character from the first season returns that you may have thought dead, which was pretty cool.
Oh wow.
And there's a whole lot more determinate features, which is, your choices can. I ended up with one guy dead, but theoretically my choices could have ended up with like 4 people and my group dead.
Oh my god.
And so when I get to the next episode, I don't know, how those people who are alive will add to the story.
Yeah,
So,
that's right, because in the first one, you could end up with a completely different party by the end of the last game.
Right.
Before than
and
what someone else would.
And it's cool about I'm glad I decided to play. I was thinking about switching to PC, but I wanted to make sure I played on Xbox to make sure that I still had my saves from the previous game that I could access.
Okay.
And so when I met the character who returned, I don't want to spoil it for anyone watching, which is nobody, but it was cool because he remembered specific choices that my character from the last game had made.
Oh, that's cool.
And brought them up like he was reminiscing, and I'm like, okay, cool, because I know that was a choice I made to to do blah 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 action, and it's cool that he's fondly reminiscing on the game because I connect with that. So it's pretty well written, even though it's different people.
That's really cool that they interact with each other so well. That your decisions are not completely forgotten, like pretty much every other sequel to every game ever.
No, exactly, and it wouldn't be done so well if it weren't for the fact that it's so well written and the characters have really fantastic voice acting and animations. So
that's cool.
I mean, it's pretty linear, and as any adventure game is going to be. But it's well worth it. I highly recommend it so far.
Okay, cool. What else you got?
I've been playing Final Fantasy 14 a lot. I finally got to level 50, but I haven't beaten the game yet. So,
really?
Yeah, and I don't know what I'm supposed to do after I beat the game. I just wander around and just poke my head into people's conversations and be like, "Hey, how's it going? Let's go do a dungeon or something."
Have you gotten to the point where you have to play with other people?
I mean, yeah.
And you were going to refuse to do that.
No, I mean, I did. I mean, you have to wait in a line. It sucks.
Oh.
It's the worst thing ever.
So your virtual queue.
Dude, it has turned me off from that game so much because it's all right, so you have to go fight this boss, but you need 8 people to fight him. So get in line and wait for 8 people to show up. In the meantime, what do? I guess I'll just go level up this other class, but I don't really care about that class as much. I kind of just want to finish the game so I can go do other stuff.
Absolutely, yeah.
But I have to wait in line for 48 minutes.
Well, that's why you develop long-lasting friendships, or you just play with Nikki and Dylan and then just hang out with them all the time.
Yeah.
Man.
But you guys are all on post-game stuff. I can't get there yet. I haven't beaten the game.
We could always go back. We're not always doing post-game stuff. We're doing everything. I'm mostly in a town making tools and weapons to sell,
Are you a blacksmith?
I'm everything. Well, no, I'm a blacksmith, armor, and a goldsmith, and a miner. So, I mean, we can even do things like...
Wow, you're a jack of all trades.
I could dig up a treasure map, and we could go treasure hunting.
I have a treasure map. I need to go do something with that. I forget where I have to find it.
Let's go do it, man. Right now. Screw the show. Let's go.
It turns out this isn't all Let's Play thing, except I don't have 14, so...
Right on.
Yeah. So, anything else?
And then you and I played the same game.
Yes. Matt, why don't you give me your impressions of South Park Stick of Truth?
South Park Stick of Truth. It's
cool.
Paper Mario.
Yeah.
It's Paper Mario. I mean,
yeah.
It's Paper Mario with South Park, which is ridiculous. If you've watched the show at all, I mean, there's pretty much a reference to every episode that they've ever made.
Trey Parker and Matt Stone gave Obsidian pretty much everything they've ever used in the show. From graphics to, you'll walk into someone's house and a random episode of Terrence and Phillip will be on. Or a radio will play a song that they sang in one obscure episode of the show. And it's really interesting. Yeah,
I mean, and just the junk you find is often very obscure references, but you also don't really need to know the show to be able to play the game and enjoy it, I feel.
Yeah, so it's an entirely new story because these are kids playing a make-believe game. So
Yeah.
you're just a new kid who's going around and interacting with these characters. And yeah, Timmy's in it too.
He's the fast travel guy.
Yeah.
He comes and picks you up on his wheelchair and takes you between places.
There's a lot of like little things, like it rewards you for exploring. Like sometimes you'll open someone's house door that is not an actual character, and they'll be like screwing a donkey or something.
No, the dude who's in there just like jerking off in front of the television, and he gets really mad.
He gets so pissed.
That doesn't sound like a reward.
It's a gag.
It's a gag. Any character's house who is not a character from the show is doing something terrible when you open the door.
Yeah, pretty much.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
That is awesome.
And
So you recommend this game?
Oh,
yeah.
absolutely. It is surprisingly an in-depth game for something based on South Park.
I mean,
I'm gonna pick it up.
There's 4 different classes to choose from at the beginning of the game. You can choose from warrior, and they're all pretty self-explanatory. Warrior, mage, thief,
which is what I am.
Yeah, I'm a thief too.
Yeah.
Or Jew.
Yeah.
and Jew is like more of a like red mage,
yeah,
like cleric type guy.
Okay.
And so the way people will react to you differs depending on your class and your skin color.
Yeah.
He was like a white thief. I've never seen one of those.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah, and like when you're walking around, is this just like something that happens with some characters? Like I keep getting people basically telling me my nose is huge in the game.
Yeah, well, you can go to the rhinoplasty
I know there's the
place and
rhinoplasty
buy,
place, yeah.
You can buy a new nose.
So you make your own character?
Yeah.
You're
a fairly
you play
good
as a brand new character.
Yeah, it's like a fairly good character creation screen.
Plus, as you go through the game, you can gather more like clothing options and hair options.
And it's not hard to do because they're fucking everywhere. Like almost every chest you open,
they just straight up give it to you.
Yeah. You can buy them too, but like almost everything you open will have a wig or some glasses or a shirt or something that you can put on your character, or chin balls. That's that's a thing.
And even if you don't play as the wizard, you do unlock magic at some point.
Yeah.
But it's all like fart based.
Yeah.
But like the farts like stand for like Dragonshouts.
Yeah.
From Skyrim. And they just straight up call it Dragonshouts.
Yeah.
And but you're literally just farting on people horribly.
Oh,
yeah.
God.
And destroying walls. And I mean it's technically linear. I mean there's no you're kind of free roaming around, but
you can kind of do side quests as you please.
I mean, there's a lot of side quests.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's fun to just go around places and mess with it. Like I love the fact that you can attack anybody in the game.
Yeah, yeah.
I like just going up to random NPCs who aren't characters or anything and just hitting them in the leg, and they're like, "Ow, shit!"
I do that all the time. Yeah, or hit them with my arrow, dart, snowball, dodgeball.
Yeah.
So,
go in the movie theater and listen to Rob Schneider trailers.
There's so many of them.
And then hit kids while they're in and so there's so many different ways of advancing your level. You level up with experience. You can gather friends on Facebook.
Yeah.
And the more friends that you have, then you unlock perks. And then you can also put stickers on your weapons that give them you can customize every weapon in the game and every armor and everything.
Yeah.
You can when you level up, you gain new skills and then can customize those skills. Plus you have you can pick one buddy to come with you. And buddies are established characters from the show, and they have their own skills that also level up with time. So it is surprisingly deep.
It is a surprisingly deep RPG
Plus
for something where your magic are farts.
Yeah, indeed. It's very funny. Though I got horrified when Mr. Slave Summon.
Oh God, yeah.
That I stood there just going.
Yeah. What?
Literally, that was my face. He
did that in an episode.
Did he?
He did. It was in the Paris Hilton episode.
He basically jumps in the air and spreads his legs, and then lands butt first on them, and then absorbs them into his body. And like everyone else gets freaked out and runs, so it's an instant kill.
It instantly destroys the enemy party.
Yeah, it's horrifying. But yeah, it's a very
also
fun
supposed
game.
to be pretty short, which is why I'm trying to do all the side quests. So.
I hear it's like 14 hours, which ain't so bad.
Yeah, I heard it could be anywhere between like 10 to 15, depending on how fast you go. But that's just the story.
So I think it'll last.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's what I played this week.
I just got to, and you know, the Trey Parker and Matt Stone wrote every single piece of dialogue in the game, and voiced everything, and you know, there's a whole lot of stuff, like they know their audience. The dungeon that I just finished that Cody hasn't done yet, so I don't want to give the plot of it away. There's a bunch of audio recordings around.
Yeah. Like
on various little stereos or whatever. And it's just a huge parody of, you know, we're in actual video games where you go around and you'll find like notes on walls or audio recordings of people. And it's just a guy going, I've been wandering around this place for so long. I'm trying to find food to survive, but all I find are audio recordings. And they're pointless. They don't tell me anything. They're just filler. They're really not even that interesting.
It does a good job of poking fun at
video games in general.
Established video game tropes. Yeah. And
it's a lot of fun.
Yeah. I found myself trying to successfully complete the toilet minigame.
You did that a lot, yeah. And you get poop.
I finally did it just to be rewarded with poop. That was.
But if you throw the poop at someone, it gives them the gross out status, and they start throwing up.
Oh, that's cool. I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's like poison.
All right, excellent.
But you don't need it because you're a thief, so you can just bleed,
which is super useful. But yeah, okay. So we talked about South Park probably enough. Anyone else play anything?
We're done. That's it. That's all of us, Cody. What's the three of us here, man?
Well, I don't know if anyone played anything else we hadn't thought about. But we actually have time this week, so we're going to touch very briefly on the new crap and talk about 4 games that are coming out in the near future. So the first 2 games are coming out March 14th. And the first one is for the 3DS. Get ready, because I know you have just been waiting to hear that horrible, horrible screech of a screaming baby Mario, because the new Yoshi's Island is coming out. It's Yoshi's New Island.
There's nothing I've ever wanted more in my life.
I know.
Than Mario in a bubble crying a whole lot.
From what I understand, it's exactly like all the other Yoshi's Islands games, but I don't think you have the multiple babies from the original DS version. And the graphics look like they are more from the N64 Yoshi story than they are from the sort of storybook style.
Right.
So if you like the Yoshi's Island games, which I do, there you go. You have a new one for the 3DS.
Right on.
What I think is actually maybe the most interesting game we'll talk about this week. It's one I had never heard of until I was doing research for what comes out in the next 2 weeks.
Yeah, when you posted it on Facebook, I was like, that sounds really cool.
Yeah, it's called Citizens of Earth. It's coming out for both the PC and the Wii U. And it's a traditional 2D RPG where you play as the vice president of the world. But as the vice president of the world, you kind of suck because you don't really have any real skills except you're really good at political shit. And what you do with that political shit is you go around and you collect a party of everyday people that would normally, in any other RPG, be the NPC characters that you would interact with. And they are now the real focus of the game. So, like, you'll get a character that's, say, a baker. And you'll say, hey, you want to come help me save the world? And the baker will be like, all right. So he'll leave his post, and he'll come help you save the world, and he'll use some of his own skills in battle. And, he'll be able to charm or lure away and distract enemies in battle with, like, really great aromas or something. And what is that horrible noise?
What is that?
You okay, Dylan?
What?
What was that horrible gagging noise?
I have no idea. What are you talking about?
Oh, okay. I don't know.
Yeah, I heard it too. That was really weird.
Yeah.
Were you beatboxing? It sounded like you were beatboxing.
No, maybe it's something on my computer.
Oh, okay. Well, anyway.
I'm playing in Windows stuff, so.
Okay.
If your computer beatboxes, that would be pretty cool.
Yeah.
It was.
So anyway, like the baker will use his baking skills to like distract the enemies with great aromas, and then while you are battling with him, he will level up so that when you are done with him and you don't want him anymore, he'll go back to his job at the bakery. But now he's gotten great at baking even more than he was before. So when you go buy shit from him, now those breads and whatever will give you more health. Or there'll be bodybuilders that will be able to train you as well as fight alongside you. And there's
I just like the idea of every single person in the game being suitable or fightable.
Yeah, like all the NPCs. You can go pick them up and they're on your team. And then,
or you can kill them, one or the other.
Or you can kill them, yeah. So Citizens of Earth is really unique mechanic that I'm looking forward to playing around.
The art style doesn't really draw me in.
No, the art style looks very Kickstarter to me.
It looks like Guess Who.
Yeah.
It's really fucking weird, but otherwise it looks fine.
Yeah.
It's a cool idea, so maybe I'll give it a shot.
Yeah, I think I'll probably pick it up on the I don't have a Wii U, so the PC. But yeah. And then moving on to my birthday, March 18th, we get 2 games that I thought this team here might be interested in. Final Fantasy X and Final Fantasy X-2 are getting their HD remakes for the PS3 and Vita. And given how much we talk about Final Fantasy on this show, that may be something worth giving a try, though I'm sure you guys have already played both of those games to their entirety.
I like Final Fantasy X. It's really, really easy to beat, though.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's probably the easiest Final Fantasy game there is.
Yeah.
Like, without breaking stuff, because if you go out of your way to break things, then 8's definitely the easiest. But
you have to actively try.
But, like, FF10, like, I only had, like, one fight where I ever got close to losing. You can just walk through that game.
Oh, well, now you can do it in HD.
I wish they would just make that Final Fantasy X-3 from the radio drama.
No.
It was so short.
I want Tidus's head exploded on the beach at Yuna's feet.
Oh, man.
And in addition to those 2 games, we're going to get Metal Gear Solid 5 Ground Zeroes for the Xbox One, Xbox 360, PS3, and PS4, which is a prequel, I believe, to all the other Metal Gear games.
It takes place between 3 or technically between Peace Walker and...
Oh, okay. Now, I actually haven't played any Metal Gear games, but...
You're full. Metal Gear Solid 3 is... quite possibly the best game I've ever made.
Really?
Yeah.
That's interesting. Is that the one with Old Snake?
Yeah, it wavers between that and Resident Evil 4 for me. But
Resident Evil 4 is pretty great.
Yeah, Metal Gear Solid 3 is one of the few games I've played on multiple systems.
Really?
I mean, and that's not. I said I'd put it at least in my top 5. Yeah, probably top 3. Metal Gear Solid 3 is a fantastic game. And 1 and 2 and 4 are really good too. So,
And then there's the card battle game, which I think was...
So 1, 2, 3, and 4 are really good.
Okay, cool.
We don't talk about Metal Gear Acid.
Okay, I'm sorry. So that's it for the new crap. It was real short this week, only 5 minutes. Cool. So let's get into actually playing some games. So, Matt, you are up first.
I'm going first.
In the final games released for consoles. So, Matt, tell us what you got.
Setting the bar fucking low, bro. Okay, so I was like, I don't want to play an NES game or Super Nintendo game. I wanted to try and play something that no one else would play, and so I looked through the list of last games released. And, like, Wii, Gamecube, PlayStation 2, and PlayStation 1 all had, like, sports games.
They're all, there were too many sports games.
I'm like, I don't want to play FIFA or MLB, whatever, on our show. So I kind of had to do some digging. I finally figured out that in France,
Yeah.
the last GameCube game release is different than any other country.
Okay.
And in France, oddly enough, the last GameCube game ever released was Disney Pixar's Ratatouille, based on the movie Ratatouille,
Which takes place in France.
right? Which is really strange. I don't know why that was a lot. Like, I guess they were like, "Listen, I know the GameCube is dead, but you have to let us have this game. It's about us."
There are no other French games.
Right. This is it.
Yeah. Okay.
Except for like, Lucky Luke or something. But
Okay.
So I played Ratatouille for the GameCube, and I don't even really know how to explain this game.
Let's
are
just get
a rat.
into it. Why not?
You're a rat, and I think you want to cook, but good fucking luck.
All right.
All right.
Let's play Ratatouille for
All
the
right,
Nintendo
here we
GameCube.
go. So I just went straight to the game because I didn't want to deal
Yeah.
with menus.
So this is the, you even got little French music playing in the background. There you go. Very
And
French.
this ain't a bad looking GameCube game, at least from this little cinema.
No.
But everything else looks pretty gross. The graphics are super great afterward, especially Remy the Rat himself.
So they put all of their effort into this, this cinematic.
Yeah. So now I'm like, all right, I don't want to see any more cinemas. Patton Oswalt actually did the voice.
Yeah.
And so you can hear him. He likes to say thanks a lot to no one in particular, even when nothing happens.
He's
You'll
just really
notice this.
polite.
Like, listen to this. Like, you have to make sure.
Yeah, let me turn up the
You pay
volume.
attention.
It's kind of soft.
So right now my goal is walk around and gather apple cores.
Why the fuck do you need so many apple cores?
Well, don't you remember the part in the movie?
Oh, yeah. No, I remember where he was not disgusted with all the apple cores that were around.
Right. And I don't know, like, maybe someone should, like, fucking stop dropping apple cores in the backyard or some shit.
It looks like
'Cause-
they're trying to Hansel and Gretel you.
Yeah. I mean, I saw an invisible cheese on this plank, and I'm like, can I get this?
It's ghost cheese.
And I can move the
Starring
plank,
Bill
but-
Cosby.
There's, like, no point to it. They just, like, modeled it, and it's there, and it's a ghost.
Why would you need ghost cheese?
I don't know, maybe I have to activate my ghost rat powers
Maybe.
first.
You have to go into the cheese dimension.
Right. So now he's gonna teach me how to jump. Use my amazing muscles to get on flower pots. Like, at this point I'm already really frustrated because, like, this game came out in like 2007,
Yeah.
and I think we're fucking done at this point with, go around a 3D world and collect shit.
Yeah.
I know I was.
At the
I
very
mean-
least, that shouldn't be the major purpose. That should be like a little pointless fetch quest side thing that you don't have to do.
Right, but no, it's the only thing there is. That's like that's all this.
You are
game is.
rich with apple cores at this point, my
Oh
friend.
yeah, no, I mean this rat will never die. He is full of apple cores. So I'm supposed to get on this net, but every time I press B, it doesn't work. Until now.
You got it. There you go.
And now I can go on this really badly textured net, grab like the apple. They must be really proud of the apple core graphic. They're
You
just-
think? Why aren't you collecting cheese? Why are you collecting apple cores?
right? Or like something French,
Yeah.
like baguettes.
Oh well.
Now,
Okay.
That's something I've seen. Totally, is a rat carrying a can.
Yeah.
He's strong as hell.
You learned a new mechanic.
So
I
someone
can
dropped.
see this. I can see this being a real pain in the ass. Like you fall down to the bottom. Like,
Yes,
"Gah!"
You're doing surprisingly well with not falling, though.
it's because I'm not running,
Yeah. Okay.
and if I press the run button, so there I got to a checkpoint, I guess, or so now I get to go to the next part, which is collecting more apples.
Yeah. This is strangely different from the first part.
Yeah, like it's really exciting. I skipped ahead a little bit.
Okay.
I skipped a whole section that literally was 8 minutes long of me collecting apples.
Oh my! It's a Dragon Ball.
There you go.
I think it's Tommy Pickles' ball from Rugrats.
Oh yeah, okay.
And-
I forgot all the rats and Rugrats.
And so now I can jump on this ball and move around, but it really doesn't like change anything.
Okay, so are the control mechanics different?
No,
Okay.
there seems to be no purpose for it. And so here I am. I gotta get on this couch.
Hey,
By the
You
way-
got cheese.
you the ghost cheese became sentient or
Yeah,
alive.
they gave me the cheese. Now it's worth noting that I can double jump.
Okay.
You know, just like real rats.
Yeah.
So now I have to go. I have to get on this rope, and I have to walk on this rope, but I have to stay
Oh
balanced.
god. Oh god.
Oh
You know, just,
god.
just like in the movie.
Yeah. This happened a lot.
Like I haven't seen this movie in a while, but I don't remember it being about walking around a countryside house and getting apple cores.
No, apple cores I don't think played into it at all. He was kind of disgusted with rat life in general.
Yeah.
Apple cores were were below him.
No, he wants apple cores. He wants all of the apple cores.
He must be rich with rotted fruit.
I saw this movie for free.
Did you?
At the movie theater. Basically, we went and saw, I forget what movie we saw, and after we were done seeing it, we're like, we're like the only ones at this theater. And so we just walked into the theater next door and saw this movie.
Nice.
And
It wasn't bad.
It wasn't a bad movie. I mean, it's not
Yeah.
my favorite Pixar film. It's one of my girlfriend's, but she's also a baker, so this one had something to do with cooking. So.
Oh, I saw this movie when I had just gotten my gallbladder removed. So I had just gotten surgery, and like
So you
everyone,
have fond memories.
everyone in my house who I lived with at the time had gone on vacation, and I was home alone, unable to walk.
oh,
And so I'm like, all right, well, I'm gonna watch a movie. Let's watch Ratatouille, and I did. And like, this is really funny, but I'm also on drugs. So
That was helpful.
now he's gonna teach me tactical stealth action. Speaking of Metal Gear Solid, I can grab a box and hide underneath it, so this chicken doesn't see me. You can see the Chick-O-meter on the bottom right. And if it turns fully red, the chicken gets pissed and starts throwing chicken shit at me. And if I go too far to the right, my box explodes and I die. So I have to stay on the straight and narrow. Bitch threw chicken shit at me, so now I gotta get another box. But it's not
What
gonna
the
matter.
hell is it throwing at you?
Chicken shit. I'm trying to attack him with my tail. Didn't work.
No.
So here's my death sequence.
You gotta be very stealthy, Vermin, and you just weren't doing it.
Yeah. So
Vermin Gear Solid. That's solid Black Death.
which reminds me of that one time in Metal Gear Solid 3 where Snake was lost in the jungle and had to get all these apple cores to survive. So now I have
just
to
beat the shit out of a baby
what
chicken.
the hell was that?
now I have a giant spoon. I have to kill all these chicks.
Suddenly, this game got strangely inappropriate.
Yeah.
This game got super violent.
The Battle of Apple Core.
So I'm like, all right, well, I got it. Let's move on. But it told me that I had to go back and get more apples. I didn't have enough apples.
Oh, how?
So I
Your
skipped
brother
ahead.
is an asshole in this game.
Yeah, so now I'm in this water rafting part. So things are escalating quickly.
This is actually pretty cool.
It's really slow, and the controls are super bad.
We'll talk about slow later, my friend.
Watch as I struggle in place. And when I jump, the can moves underneath me, just like physics.
You have magnet feet. It's,
Right.
It's from all the magnetic properties in those apple cores you've been eating.
So
I don't know if you understood that that's how apples work.
is that how that works?
Like
They're
bananas
full of magnesium.
bananas have mild amounts of radiation in them, but like apple cores have mild amounts of magneto in them.
Okay, that makes sense. So now I'm in the house, and my brother's gonna come and I don't know. I skipped the cinema, so I don't fucking know. But now I'm on the Destiny River, and I'm on a book, and I'm paddling, and
I don't think that book would be floating.
And I don't know what that thing is over there. I think it's a basket or something.
Are you trying to catch it?
Yeah, I think so. But like, I don't know. It's really stupid and it's very hard to control, and trees keep falling. But my least favorite thing is about to happen here. So I have to get off the book and slide down here. And there's another copy of the book.
The exact same book.
The exact same book.
People fucking hate this book.
Like, that made me really frustrated. I'm like, you couldn't just fucking model something else?
Like, or at least a different book.
Like, this isn't even a good-looking book model.
Like, and as soon as you jumped on it, it's not like you jarred it free from something.
Yeah.
It just started moving. So it was literally just waiting for you.
Indeed. So I'm stuck in this whirlpool, and I can't move. And I thought this is the end of the game. And so I watch as the basket flies away, and I can't do shit. The end.
And you just get really depressed about it.
Yeah, I get really depressed. And so I'm like, oh, cool, more of this.
Nope.
No, this game sucks. I don't want to play anymore.
The quit screen is the best part.
Yeah, so I am hereby done with Ratatouille. You may not have noticed, but that had less enemies than Metroid.
Yeah, that was pretty bad.
And was probably more boring than Metroid. I did not like that game at all.
That game looked really the opposite of fun.
Apparently, there are lots of mini games to unlock later in the game.
Yeah.
Which you can then play on your own. But
fight the giant apple core. I'm sure they're all apple core related.
Yes.
King apple core.
I like to imagine they made this whole Apple Core game, and then they got the Ratatouille license.
Just threw the rat in it.
Right. They're like, oh man, what are we gonna do? We have this whole Apple Core engine, and we can't cancel the Apple Core game. I mean, we put so much work into it.
The Apple Core shaders are the best Apple Core shaders in any previous game.
Well, you know my policy in life. Throw a fucking rat on it.
It's a good policy.
Yes.
Okay, so basically thumbs down.
Yeah, it sucked. Bad.
Okay, cool. Well, let's move forward to
Glad the
my
GameCube
game.
is dead.
The GameCube is done, and luckily, the next system we're about to talk about is done too. So, when I was a kid, I had a friend who had a 3DO, and I would play it, and I enjoyed Road Rash. There was a game called Twisted that I thought was pretty neat, and then I played a game starring Mark Hamill about like wings or something.
Wing Commander.
Yeah, Wing Commander, and didn't care as much for that one. And then I saw a lot of other games that were kind of shitty, and then he gave me the 3DO, and I never used it. And now we're going to actually play the last game that was released for the 3DO, Shock Creature.
Shock Creature?
So, Shock Creature, yes. Or
right.
Creature Shock or Shock, something like that. I don't know.
Creature
We'll see the title
Shock.
screen. Maybe it's Creature Shock. And, dude, you talked about fucking slow. Let's get into this game. Let's see how fucking fast the 3DO renders shit.
Sure.
So let's get into this space-aged random assortment of games
Let's do it.
called Creature Shock. Or Shock
All right.
Creature.
Here we go. Bay of Rainbows, the moon.
Yes.
Ooh, look at the CGI.
So I'm going to include the cinematic so you can kind of get the hang for the pace of this game.
All right, I can dig it.
So here we
Horrible
have
sounds.
this yeah, wonderfully animated yellow ship. Very
I like how the spaceship is in the shape of those little things that were on the top of like those Kool-Aid bottles, those plastic Kool-Aid bottles.
Oh yeah, that you had to twist off.
That
yeah.
you would twist off and then you would pretend they were spaceships.
Yeah.
And uh-oh, here comes Captain Shit Boots.
So I've sped it up a little bit here.
Nice thighs, Captain.
Yeah.
He must work out.
So now we're working at 2 times speed. And even at 2 times speed, I kind of felt that guy telling you to sit down was a little bit too slow.
Was he like he had like a comm unit on his head?
Yeah.
But it looks like a beer helmet.
Well, this is twice. I couldn't imagine.
Yeah, now we're back to 1 time speed, because now all of a sudden, like, I did cut out part where they were telling you what to do. We've got to fly to this alien planet. And now it's a
No way.
sort of Star Fox style game, only way worse.
But this is on the 3DO.
This is the 3DO.
Because you could do this on the Super Nintendo.
Oh, absolutely. And they did. It was called Star Fox. It was great.
But I mean, but the graphics are like, you could do this like early Super Nintendo.
Yeah, no, this
Like-
was supposed to be the advanced system.
Like
but-
minus Super FX chip.
Yeah. So you're flying around, and you can actually just not even attempt to avoid things and probably do fine.
So did you get a story? Like, what's your story?
The story is you need to fly to this other planet so that you can figure out if it is sustainable for life.
I can dig it. Okay.
Yeah.
I can see it from here, and I'm going to say no.
Yeah, that's Saturn, idiot. There's no life there.
Yeah.
Whoa. Look at that guy.
Yeah.
Oh man, destroy the Pentagon. Wait, don't tell the government I said that.
This is the
Shoot
episode
the
that
center,
we're
you
gonna take it down.
doofus.
The controls in this are actually really horrible. It
Oh,
really wants you to be on the edge of the screen.
Like, I like how when you turn the ship, your laser blasts are kind of like delayed.
Yeah.
So, like, as you're moving, your laser blasts are still a little. They're always gonna miss.
Yeah. Yeah, I hit almost nothing. So
Oh.
I blow up.
Whoa.
So I'm like, man.
Wow. More like you vanished.
Yeah, there I go.
That
I
was cool.
exploded into shards and
Wow.
splinters.
Like, there are better ship explosions.
Your ship was made out of a bale of hay.
It was.
You have one life?
Yeah, you have 1 life.
Oh, wait,
so
hold
I'm
on.
like,
To this end,
so okay.
Oh.
So I quit.
Mission to
And then I-
Saturn. Mission to a much better system.
Then I realize, oh wait, I can just choose what level I go to.
What?
So I just skip. I didn't even have to fucking beat it. Listen to that great voice acting.
suggested action control. Okay, control.
Whoa, go in that big space butthole.
Yeah.
And now you look like, Blaster Master Chief.
There's a sphincter.
Yep. So now
Wait,
I'm in a
what?
rail shooter. I went
What?
from space shooter to rail shooter.
Oh, but you can't shoot their blasts, so
No.
theoretically they could just fucking kill you no matter what you do. There's
What
nothing
if
you can
if
do
they
about
wanted?
it.
Yeah. Okay, rail shooter over.
What?
Wow.
So now I'm on 3 speed. And now I'm in a point and click adventure.
What?
What? I don't think they. Hey, look, it's a sphincter.
Okay, now I have a battle in this point and click adventure. And
You
that
won.
was fucking fast as hell, but okay.
He exploded into mustard.
He did.
Now we're in
That
the lower intestines.
yeah, that eyeball up into more butthole.
Yeah.
Watch out, it's a butt slug.
Yeah.
Whoa, ketchup.
That's
I
gonna
got
make
it.
the poop bleed.
Alright. So back to point and click adventure.
It's like he ate sunflower seeds.
So I get to choose which colon to take.
Oh, God. This is terrible. This is really boring.
I'm like, this is the slowest fucking game.
What? So what is the percentages on the right? Do they mean anything?
I have no fucking clue.
Okay.
So I went ahead and
Whoa.
sped things up because it was going way too slow.
A
The
bat?
bat attacked me, so I threw it off and it flew away.
But you followed it like an idiot.
Yeah, I want to kill it. It attacked me. So keep in mind, I'm at 3 speed now. This is 3
Oh my
times.
God.
I'm at the end. I have to turn the fuck around and go back.
Oh my god.
Sorry, that colon is closed. Temporary colon work ahead.
I like 1 speed because it really reminds me of like early virtual reality games.
Yeah, I get that.
Okay, move on. Let's go. Why do you have to like fucking stop every couple
I
seconds?
don't fucking know. You click, you take like 4 or 5 steps, and then you stop, and you get to choose: do you want to keep going the direction you were choosing to go, or do you want to turn around? Because there's really only 2 ways that you can go. Okay, so here's
Oh my God, whoa.
a new monster that's a little bit creepier. That is
That's really horrifying.
slow as shit, and I'm not hurting it because I have to be able to hit that little green thing. And so I got I played this thing. So now I'm at 3. I went to 2 speed. Now I'm at 3 speed. What the hell? Okay, it's still too long. So now I'm at
Whoa.
4 speed,
Holy crap.
trying to kill this goddamn heart green thing. So finally, it's dead, and I think I squeezed about 10 minutes worth of battle into
Jesus
a couple
Christ.
seconds here. There's the goddamn bat. At this point, I just kind of want to die, so I'm just kind of trying to get myself killed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Hey, that's poop.
Yeah,
He's pooping.
he's
I'm gonna be honest, that thing is
We got-
kind of horrifying.
We got some bowel movements.
so
Oh,
he
the
ate
poop
me,
you.
and here's the new game over screen.
Oh, I don't get it. Oh.
Demon eyes.
That's this is the stupidest shit.
Wow. Wow.
It was the year 2123. Thank you, Microsoft Ad.
So,
Wow.
That was
that was
Horrible.
That was awful. I don't
shit
miss
game
the
for,
3DO.
Shit game for the series award.
that was especially like bad. Like who made that? Do you know the company?
I'm not sure. I can look it up in a minute, but yeah, it was so fucking slow. Like I don't know why it became a point and click and maybe occasionally shoot adventure. It was so bad. I hated it.
Like what were they even trying to do? Like
Rail shooter, space shooter, point and click adventure. That's
They had
what
no
this
idea what
became.
it wanted to be. That's the thing.
Yeah, it. Maybe future levels after that. There's a 2 fucking disc game too, so
Yeah.
Oh,
so I don't know. Maybe after that they were gonna become like an RPG, and then after that they were gonna be a platformer. I don't know, but it was fucking stupid. I hated it. I don't recommend it, and I don't really recommend the 3DO. There's a reason
Yeah.
Panasonic stopped making systems. So
right on.
anyway, so that was Creature Shock for the 3DO. Dylan, what did you play?
well, before I get into my game, during your awesome gameplay, I had a knock on my door, and somebody had ordered a pizza to my apartment.
Oh,
I
really?
did not order.
Someone
Yeah.
pranked you.
Did you pay for it and eat it?
No, I just said, "Who is that for?" He goes, "Chris," and I'm like, "No,
No.
not me." And he's
That's-
like, "God damn it!" I'm like, "Sorry, man." And yeah, it was
Oh.
like an extra large pizza too.
That's too bad.
Yeah.
So I hope he finds it. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So, what did you play? What game?
I played. This was for the Super Nintendo.
Okay.
This was the last game released in Europe, and I played Lucky Luke.
Okay.
And this was made in October 27th, 1997. So everything is not in English,
Okay.
Okay.
so I have no idea what I'm supposed to be doing. It's a Western game, and
You're lucky.
it's actually a pretty cool game. Like I enjoyed the gameplay; it was fine. It just the direction I was giving was in a different language I couldn't
Oh.
understand.
Yeah.
So
I guess that makes sense.
it's just me trying to figure it out. So let's.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's get into
Sure.
Lucky Luke.
Now, Lucky Luke is like a classic French cartoon.
Oh, is it?
Lucky Luke's been around forever. Yeah.
Oh, and my game was developed by Argonaut Games, published by Virgin Media.
Argonaut?
Yeah.
I feel like they made something that was good. Okay, I think you want to play Jeu.
Niveau, difficulté.
Facile. That's easy.
Yeah.
Difficile and facile. I know French.
I took French in high school.
I didn't. I took Spanish. But they're pretty much the same.
I took Spanish in grade school.
Alright, Luke. Let's see how lucky you are.
Yeah, not lucky. So I love these buildings that just like, let's draw the front. Okay.
Les dentons sont humains et sont plus labouin que wow.
Yeah, I left that there just for you to read that. I knew you were. So I mean, for Super Nintendo, this doesn't look bad at all. I actually enjoy it.
Yeah,
It looks nice.
it's especially the levels. The character is a little bit fuzzier than I would have expected, but the
Yeah.
Kinda
level
reminds me of
design's
Earthworm
good.
Jim.
Yeah, I could see that.
I dig the music.
Though those are actually pretty smooth animations.
That's what I'm saying. That's why it reminds me of Earthworm Jim.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does, huh? Yeah,
Plus, you have a gun.
that's right.
Huh.
I like how you can see the bullets coming
Now,
away.
when you rip off your head and start hitting people with it, then
Yeah.
we know what Earthworm Jim ripped off.
Oh, Nelly!
That guy's in a casket.
That guy
Yeah,
was ready for you to shoot him.
I gave him a reason to be in there.
Did you try
Yeah.
going down the pipe? Go down the well.
I can't.
There's a bonus world with coins.
I can't. So I tried to figure this out forever because I was pushing the buttons and apparently you could run, but
Oh.
it wouldn't let me run at first, and then later it's like, oh, okay, yeah, we'll let you run now.
We've laughed at you long enough.
So I'm just like patrolling.
Matt is just jamming out.
This song's awesome!
Yeah.
Holy crap, I feel like I'm in the real Wild West in France.
So I'm trying to kill this guy.
Oh, you can shoot up. Just get underneath
Yeah.
him.
No, he won't show up if you're just underneath him.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so I
Oof.
got him.
Nice. Celebration jump.
Giddy up.
Are you stuck? Can you not move on?
I'm really trying to figure it out.
Oh, hey, you came back.
Yeah. So I
It
think
used
I
all its
figured
memory
out.
on the level, so it can't remember that you've already killed villains.
Yeah. So I think I figured it out pretty close. I don't know why I didn't edit this out.
It's okay.
Because the music is cool.
That's right.
This town is huge. There are a lot of buildings.
There are, man.
They're only the fronts, though. I mean, they,
I like this building though. It's just a coffin storage.
I know.
So many people die. We
It
need
looks
a
like it only can
storehouse
fit like
specifically for
4 coffins.
But no, there were 2 floors.
Oh, okay, yeah, okay. 8
The top
coffins.
floor definitely has to hold more coffins.
So I'm the sheriff in town. And so I thought like maybe these doors opened, and so I was like going to each one and like pushing buttons as I was passing them. I'm like, there has to be something, and because that carriage kind of looks like maybe like a
Something
border, you know.
interact with- Oh, did you die?
I died. I had no idea.
Whoa.
I didn't know my health.
They shot
my
a hole in your bangs.
You,
I know.
you surrendered to nobody because he
So
died.
apparently your health meter is your guy's face.
Oh.
Okay.
So now I figured it out. Okay, they put me back here, so there has to be more to the level.
There you go. Okay.
Yeah.
Running jump. There we go. Okay, this is Earthworm Jim. Come on.
You're right. Look at that. Except that's a horse instead of a cow. That is some heavy fucking hay.
I know.
There we go.
Nice jump, Lucas. Whoa.
There's a vulture.
Shot right in the ass.
He hates that vulture.
Ah.
You are an unrepentant killer.
So he doesn't do anything when you shoot him in the butt.
He didn't do anything at all.
You're supposed to jump on him.
Is on your lake. He did it. His own director.
It's French
bonjour.
Alfred.
So I had no idea what was going on here too. I'm like, okay, he's saying something. I don't know what.
It's
Apparently,
gotta be bird.
he's giving directions for dynamite, which I didn't realize I was picking up. And so I was like, I saw it. I'm like, oh, I got dynamite.
Neat.
Now you've wasted dynamite.
And I figured that out.
That's interesting. Thank you, Vulture.
Yeah.
Alright, now dynamite the horse.
And apparently the horse kicks you. Thanks, horse. And I had to double check that. I'm like, wait, did the horse just kick me?
Yeah.
So
Poor Luke's face. He seems less happy.
He just looks nonplussed now.
Yeah.
I don't know where I'm supposed to go now.
I like how you French accented that. Non plus.
Yeah. Well, you know. You gotta throw some class in there.
This is just
You
painful.
should blow up the bank.
Yeah, man.
I think I try.
Yeah, there you go.
So nothing happens. I'm like,
How
alright,
are
so
you
that's
supposed to explode?
It's the well.
Oh.
So I thought maybe it was like that little outhouse thing. No.
Infinite
just-
gold, though.
No, those are bombs.
Oh.
It's dynamite.
Okay.
Dynamite. So
So
now I'm like, maybe it's that well, that just out of place well. And
why
so-
would you need to blow up the well? Oh, so you can go down the well.
Yep.
Okay. I was about to say, they just hate water in France.
That's where Timmy's at. So you blow up the wall. Now there's a guy that just. There's Timmy.
They-
I found him.
They're just giant badges. Like, they're novelty-sized
So
badges.
I have no idea what he said. So I'm like, okay, well, let's go down.
Nope.
So
Huh.
The darkness
Shot
shot
me.
you.
the darkness shot me. So now I lost my dynamite and I had to start all back over.
So you're supposed to go down the well, kind of.
I have no idea what the purpose of the well was. I really don't.
Can you advance now?
To
I think
the
we have
well.
found the problem with playing games that are not in your own language.
Yep. Stars make me smile.
Okay, this is getting annoying.
Yeah.
I know.
Great.
Trust me. It won't let me jump over a horse. So I have to jump on the vulture. Which won't let me do that either now.
There we go. Okay.
Yeah, get kicked in the ass. Now blow up the well again.
Yeah, if it was possible to know what the fuck you were doing, this might not be a bad game.
So I realized, okay, can't go down there.
Maybe you can blow up that guy.
This is the progress I know. Okay, let's continue doing this. It's okay, yeah, blah blah.
This
Whatever,
is-
Timmy.
This is where Google Translate might be useful.
And
guess
then
it is
I'm like,
showing
alright,
you
jump in the
where-
bucket. How do you get out? You don't.
You die.
Huh.
So you just go to bed.
You die and be done with the game.
And
Huh.
that was that.
Not so lucky, were you, Luke?
No.
No,
Not
No.
so lucky.
not at all.
All right, so Dylan, what did you think?
If it was in English, maybe.
Yeah, I feel like it wasn't so bad. Like, I feel
Yeah.
like it has
There was just a
potential.
language barrier.
Yeah.
A pretty significant one, but still, language barrier.
When dealing with me, yeah, it's all going to be significant.
Yeah. Right on. Well, do I get the shit game award? Or
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're supposed to mine.
Even Matt's Apple Core Extravaganza was a little bit better
Oh
than
my god.
point and click and hope something happens to the game.
That, just Butthole Explorer.
Yeah.
Butthole Explorer 3D. Like,
I feel like
3D.
you know, the Magic School Bus should have been there.
Yeah. Yeah. Journey to the Center of a Colon. Okay. So we know who did the shit game award. Now let's
Congratulations.
Thank you. I worked hard on. Actually, I did. A lot of editing was involved. But what are we playing next time, Matthew?
Okay, well, thank you. So, I have it right here on this envelope.
You've got some help this time,
Thank you, yeah.
and the winner is.
Dylan, me. Oh,
May all of your wishes come true this festive season.
Oh, that's the theme.
This is a Christmas card. The theme is.
Here I thought the game was actually in there. The theme was in there, but no. Okay.
Do you guys like? Do you guys ever play Chrono Trigger? You guys like Chrono Trigger?
Yeah, Chrono Trigger's great.
You guys like?
I
Final...
have never played it.
Oh, you should. You guys like
It's
Final
wonderful.
Fantasy games?
Yeah.
Chrono Trigger's one of the best games ever made.
Yeah, you like them Final Fantasies, them Chrono Triggers, you know, or even like those modern RPGs like Fallout or Mass Effect. Those are pretty cool games too,
those
right?
are fun, yeah. Or
Yeah, I
South
like
Park.
our RPGs are fun. South Park too, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I hope you don't like RPGs after 2 weeks from now, because we're going to be playing little known RPGs. We have to pick RPGs that are not famous.
Yeah.
Oh.
So no Final Fantasies, no Chrono Triggers, nothing like that.
Tecmo Secret of the Stars. You can
So
play.
unpopular,
Unpopular, unheard of RPGs. Yes.
Final Fantasy VII.
The PC would be a yes, Final Fantasy VII.
Like to set the bar, I would say even Final Fantasy Mystic Quest is too popular.
Okay, that's fair.
For the purposes of our show.
If
Yeah.
Final and Fantasy are both in the title, no.
Yeah, nah, sign word.
All right, cool.
Probably
So-
anything made by Square is not going to work.
Yeah.
Yeah. All
But
right
yeah.
then. So little known RPGs.
Tune in as we, start world-saving missions, read badly translated dialogue, and level up.
It'll be grinding the episode. And,
Yeah. Get psyched.
Next episode of Cartridge Blowers, 24 hours. Before we go.
24 hours of grinding.
All right, everybody. So this has been YNIN's Cartridge Blowers. I'm Cody Coleman. With me, as always, is Dylan Frisbee and Matthew Crua. Until next week, don't die, and Dylan.
Keep on blowing.
Hey, he did it.
He did it. He didn't give me
Like
shit
it
for it
was,
this
it was
year.
straight up.
Yeah.
Wow, weird.
That
What?
was great. Thank you.
Dylan, are you okay? Are you sick?
Yes, I know.
All right. Well, tune in next week for hopefully a revived Mickey and a not sick.